Alright, so one of the things that a lot of people do lack on their cartridges is the completion code, and um, I have kind of a unique way to show the completion code, which probably isn't really all too unique, but the other part is actually storing it into the person's inventory along with the same as the final coordinates. So here's my little demo tutorial on how I do this. So you can see I'm going to drag my character into the final area, and we're going to get a message here. It says, "Congrats, your cartridge is complete. Your completion code is," and it gives the number, and the final chords are North 39, West 84. Both will be stored as items in the player inventory. And if you look here, under inventory, I got completion code and final coordinates. And the completion code here, that same number, and the final coordinates are there. Alright, so now let's go ahead and look how we did this. Alright, so we have a zone, a final zone, and well, first off, we have two items already set up. Alright, one of the items is called completion code. You can see I just have completion code in the title, and really no reason to do much different than that. And I don't have it displayed right now, and it's on the player's location. So when we activate it, it will be in the player's inventory. The second one here is the final chords. Again, I went ahead and put the final chords and everything in there because you won't have to manipulate that later, and it's the same for everybody. Also, again, it's not displayed. So here we are. We go into the final zone. And if we look here on the final zone on the handle, I have this bit of code here. So when enter, it messages, "Congrats, you are complete. You completed the cart. Your completion code is completion code." I'm using a concatenate. So over here, if you look at, we'll put a message command in, and underneath that, put a concatenate. And the concatenate is this command right here. Now, once I drug this in, as you can see here, then I had to drag a value bar in. Now once I click on that, that gives me the ability to type whatever text I want. Because of the concatenate, then I can grab any other variable and add it right on the end, and it will have no problem with doing that. So I did a concatenate, then I went over and drug the completion code up here for the player, and then did another value box again to finish it up. Now remember to put a space at the end here and a space at the beginning here, because you want there to be a space between the completion code. Second part here is I set the final chords item to true, and the completion code displayed the true. That way now the player can see it. And then the completion code, I edit the description, so I put set the completion code description with a concatenate completion code space player completion code, and that will basically set up the completion code and the final coordinates in inventory. I find it works best because if a person saves it, they go home, they don't have to do a screenshot or anything like that. They can technically pull it up once they get home. They'll have that code. It will be stored in their GPS if they do a save. So that completes this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, post them below.